The following is a non-profit, fan-based adaptation. Toei Spider-Man is owned by Marvel, Sony, and Toei Company. Please support official releases. In addition, this adventure is a unique slideshow episode based on a special 7-page collaboration featuring Spider-Man and Masked Rider V3. Please enjoy. Tokyo, a bustling city filled with people, cars, and a swinging superhero? Zipping past the high buildings like a free bird is the rising sun's newest hero, Spider-Man! Episode 8, Masked Rider V3! With a zoom, the red and blue wall crawler lands on top of a flagpole, much to the annoyance of a nearby perched bird. Sorry, Mr. Birdie, didn't mean to spook ya. The bird turns its head in disgust. The hero lowers his head, then sighs.
Takuya, look over there.
A disembodied, gravelly voice echoes in the protector's head.
There's a squad of eaters.
Don't these guys ever take a break? Takuya, once a normal human given alien spider powers from Gaira, swings toward a suspicious building using his spider webbing. Seriously, you'd think after the oil refinery incident, they would give up. Am I asking too much here, Gaira?
Professor Monster is a vile demon who doesn't know the meaning of the word give up.
No. No was the correct answer, G-Man, but I do love the righteous indignation from you. Inside the building, Spider-Man crawls through the air duct until a familiar voice catches his attention.
Would you like proof of my threats?
Takuya sees a group of scientists tied to chairs.
Lady Amazonas, we are back from our patrol. No sign of Spider-Man.
And yet, I have the strangest feeling he is here.
I am here. Shh. Sorry. The villainess looks at the black box in her hand. A white V is plastered onto it.
Well, if he's here, he will be nothing more than tiny red and blue pieces once the bomb goes off.
A bomb?
Explain yourself.
The female scientist shouts as she struggles in her chair.
You have the V-circuit. Let us go.
I will let you go.
Amazonas walks toward the woman and leans toward her face.
With a bang.
A man in a blue shirt and white vest sits next to the woman scientist. He snarls at the Iron Cross Queen.
Bring me the walkie.
Anita zips towards Amazonas and hands her the walkie-talkie.
Start the timer and prepare to evacuate.
Yes, ma'am. The villainous group laugh as they proceed to make their exit. The snarling man in the blue shirt clutches his fists as the rope binding him begins to tear. The soaring air duct vent cracks Anita in the beak as Spider-Man lands onto the floor. I am the emissary of hell and anti-bomb proponent, Spider-Man!
I told you morons that he was here. Ignore him and run for it!
The baddies zoom toward the door as Spider-Man fires his spider net attack. One eater gets caught in the hero's snare, while the others escape. Spider-Man runs towards the group and rips their ropes off. He notices the tearing on the vest-wearing man's rope.
Darn it, Shiro.
The woman scientist marches toward the man and glares at him.
Why didn't you do anything?
Shiro lowers his eyes before attempting to explain himself. Sorry guys, now is not the time for a lover spat. Spider-Man shoots towards the captured eater. Hey big boy, where's the bomb at? The gray-suited grunt hesitates before blurting out.
Listen, I'll tell you if you save me too. Deal?
Deal. Now start talking.
Really? You'll save me?
Talk!
Okay, the bomb. It's planted beneath the building. Takuya, call.
I'm way ahead of you. The spider-themed hero opens his spider bracelet and yells into it. Leopardon! Outside, a giant yellow and black robot stomps through the city, much to the fear of everyone below it. The gigantic machine places its left hand on top of the building's roof. Then the group, alongside Spider-Man, hop onto it. Inside the cockpit, Takuya pilots the massive mech away from the building. Flames consume the building as it sinks into the ground. Bystanders watched in horrid awe as fire trucks and police race toward the scene. Leopardon lowers the group onto the street. Then Spider-Man swings down toward them alongside the ensnared Neater. The gray-themed villain lies on the floor, annoyed but happy to be alive. Takuya walks towards the female scientist. Hey, what is the V-circuit?
My name is Megumi. Shiro and I have developed a special circuit that allows machines to run 100 times better. It is pretty universal too. Think of any machine and then think of it working so much better.
Yeah, that sounds both great and bad. I'm sure the Iron Cross Army plans to use it for bad reasons. The colorful hero looks over at the webbed minion. Hey, big boy, still feeling generous with your info?
No way! I told you enough already.
True, but let me ask you something. Are you afraid of heights? Spider-Man looks up at the towering Leopardon. The grunt begins to sweat.
You wouldn't dare!
Okay. Spider-Man speaks into his bracelet. Oh, Leopardon, pick up the meter.
Okay, stop, please. I'll talk.
The police haul the Iron Cross grunt away while Leopardon rises into the sky. Leopardon, change into Marveler! Shiro sneaks away from the others while they are occupied with the police.
Curse that Iron Cross army. Using that special circuit to power up a submarine? Their evil knows no bounds.
It looks like that Neater was on the money. Look down there. Below, a large green and silver sub sits within the water some distance away from the rocky shore. Several smaller boats sit at the edge of said shore, while Neaters fill the vessels with supplies. Amazonas oversees the operation. With a roar, the Spider Machine GP-7 launches from the spaceship and soars towards the Iron Cross Army. Meanwhile, Marveler, being controlled by Takuya's bracelet, flies toward the submarine.
Lady Amazonas, it's Spider-Man.
The Neaters panic, while the black-haired villainess roars into her walkie-talkie.
Is the V-circuit secured?
Yes, ma'am, it is!
Then submerge the sub now. Avoid Marveler.
With a howl of its horn, the submarine sinks into the watery depths. Marveler crashes into the blue waves as Spider-Man's hood opens, revealing machine guns. Spider-Man blasts the boats to pieces. Underneath the ocean's waves, torpedoes whoosh towards Spidey's mech. In response, the spaceship unleashes its own firepower upon the missiles. Above, Spider-Man, seated in his vehicle, looks back and forth. He is surrounded by the Neaters and Amazonas.
What's wrong, Wall Crawler? Afraid to fire so close?
Nope, but firing at this range could leave burn marks on the car. You wouldn't want that to happen, would you? Amazonas cracks her whip and gives the attack order.
I will rip your mask off and look into your eyes as you die.
The roar of a motorcycle catches everyone's attention. A green, white, and red-clothed individual rams his bike into the evil group. Amazonas twirls back as she and the remaining Neaters leer at the motorcyclist. Takuya gasps as he stares at the masked rider.
And who are you supposed to be?
What? You've never heard of me? Man, maybe I was retired too long. I'm Masked Rider V3. And you're through. No way. That is V3. He's the legendary Masked Rider. Spider-Man slaps aside a creeping Neater. Then with excitement, the wall crawler leaps onto the scene as the two heroes punch, leap, and kick their way toward victory. Below, Marveler chases the Iron Cross submarine deeper and deeper into the depths. With increasing speed, the sub zips about and launches several more torpedoes at the alien battleship. The Leopard-themed craft powers up its engines and shoots through the waves and past the explosions. Marveler rams into the enemy sub, sending it spiraling further into the darkness. Above, Spider-Man kicks Neater in the face, while V3 chops another. The two gather as Amazonas confronts the duo. She draws her blade and whip, then attacks. Pulling V3 in close with her whip, the rider struggles against her strength. Angered, Spider-Man leaps toward her. Her sword swipe knocks the webhead from the sky. V3 snaps the whip and strikes a fighting stance.
Lady Amazonas, leave this to us!
The few remaining grunts leap through the air and attack the old-school hero. Annoyed, the femme fatale throws her ripped whip onto the ground, while Spider-Man joins V3 in his battle.
Spider-Man, let's end this with a rider kick!
Oh my god, yes, let's do this. The two strike their respective poses, then leap high into the air.
V3, Spider, kick!
Idiot Neaters.
Alright, Zonas.
Amazonas.
Takuya and Amazonas say at the same time.
Oh, right, my bad. Okay, Amazonas, listen up. I know you stole something important from some scientist friends of mine. Give it up right now.
Sure.
The villainess shows the heroes a black orb.
Hey, this isn't what you stole. Drop the games.
Cute choice of words.
Amazonas drops the ball and smoke shoots out of it. The thick gas blinds the duo, allowing the dark-haired beauty to escape. The fumes fade, and the two heroes look around in frustration.
Darn it! She got away.
V3 slams his fist into his open palm as Spider-Man opens his bracelet and observes the underwater battle. The two gigantic vessels slam into each other, causing sparks to pop and crack.
Marveler, use your spider string.
The robot complies as the grappling hook-like attack shoots out and curls around the submarine. Then dragging the vessel toward itself, Spider-Man commands his mech companion.
Now fire!
With the sub face to face with Marveler and unable to escape, the alien spaceship blasts the enemy ship. A huge explosion shoots through the waves and into the sky above. Moments later, Marveler blasts forth and hovers towards Spider-Man. The robot lands amongst the rocky shore as the two heroes face each other.
This is crazy. It's an honor to meet you. It's all good. You are the hero here. I'm just an old cyborg.
The green and white colored hero extends his hand towards Spider-Man.
It was a pleasure to fight with you, my man.
Excitement fills Takuya as he rubs the dirt off of his spandex glove, then shakes V3's hand. And so our heroes save the day. Spider-Man waves as the masked rider drives his bike toward the sunset. Takuya looks up at the gigantic Marveler.
Let's go home, guys.
Somebody's a happy camper.
Chuckles Gyra.
Who was that person anyway?
That G-Man was a living legend. And let me tell you why.
So you managed to do something right.
Professor Monster looks upon the black box.
It was a smart move to avoid installing this inside the BEM sub. So this device will allow machinery of any type to run 100 times better.
The black-haired beauty snarls at Monster's comment, but responds with a head nod.
Well then, let's see what this little box can do. Hand it over to the lab leaders. As soon as they verify this assessment, I then want it implemented into a machine BEM. In the meantime, we have a new objective. Come, Amazonas.
The two march through the secret base while the golden sun shines brightly over Tokyo. Spider-Man swings through the city and eyes a familiar flagpole. The same bird from before glares at the wall crawler, who crouches down and waves.
Sorry about last time, Mr. Birdie. Here's a piece of bread.
The bird then snatches it from Takuya's hand. The tiny animal then extends its wing toward the pole, and the bird goes back to its business.
You are making friends everywhere, aren't you, Takuya?
Well, it's better than making enemies.
A car spewing bullets at following cop cars zooms down the street. Spider-Man cracks his knuckles.
Well, it's time to get to work. It's wall crawling time.
Shiro!
Megumi stomps toward the smooth-dressed man sitting at a table within a coffee shop.
Where the heck did you go? Did you follow Spider-Man?
He swallows his snack and smiles.
Did I do something wrong?
Megumi grabs his shirt collar and roars at him.
How could you leave me alone like that? Why didn't you transform to fight those stupid cross goons? Where is the V-circuit, you jerk?
Shiro flicks his hair aside and cracks a cheeky smile.
Relax, hon. Come eat with me, and I'll explain what happened.
If you say I was blinded by gas, I will hit you.
Well, you see, what had happened was...
Ouch! Thanks for making it towards the end of the video. Not many people can do that, but you must be somebody cool, and I respect that. The next episode will go back to using actual footage from the TV show, but I hope you got a kick out of this slideshow episode. If you like this content, please subscribe and share it with your buds. Maybe one day other Toku shows can be dubbed/adapted. Stay tuned for the next exciting episode of Japanese Spider-Man Abridged.